Hey guys, welcome back here to another video. We are going to a week 3 NFL predictions, and before we do that, every week we check on how we did last week. So yeah, let's get into it here. Here's all the teams that we pick, and now I'm gonna change it to represent who we actually picked. Last week, guys, we went 10-7. There were a lot of upsets and stuff, especially the Vikings being the 49ers, the Saints blowing out the Cowboys. The Falcons being the Eagles, and yeah. Alright, we're going to go on to week number 3 here, and let's get into it. Alright, guys, wow, there are a lot of AFC and NFC matchups here in week 3. I'm kind of shocked by how many. There's only 3 for each conference that are actually facing off against each other. Alright, let's begin here. The AFC, we got the Patriots at the Jets. The Patriots played a good game, and honestly, they kind of feel like Arizona, where they're going to stay in the games, and they're going to play hard, but they're not good enough to win. And they played a good game against Seattle, kept it close all the way through. And I think, yeah, on Thursday night, this might be a better matchup than we expected. It's not going to be the best matchup ever, but way better than we thought at the beginning of the year. And then we got the Jets, who looked pretty good. Defense was looking better. Rodgers is getting better. It's going to take a little bit. He's older, too. I don't know if this is his peak right now, but I guess we'll see. But, I'm interested to see how they do against the Patriots. Let's see. It's going to be a test for the offense to see how they do against a really good Patriots D. And, okay, in this game, I'm going to take the Jets to win. More low scoring, I guess. 20-14. All right, next we got the Chargers at the Steelers. The Chargers played a good game. They played the Panthers, who is they're the worst team in football by far. And their running game's good. Their defense is looking really well. Interesting how they do this week. Herbert doesn't even have to do anything. This is the first time he actually has some support around him, and they're 2-0 and 2 dominating wins. And yeah, and let's go to the Steelers here. The Steelers, I always say this when I watch them. I swear, I saw this quote. I think it was Barry McCockiner, who's a YouTuber. He said this is the Steelers always make the teams play on their level. Unless you're a top 5 team in the league, I feel generally speaking, even if they lose a close game and stuff, they put them down to our level. I don't know what it is, the defense. I don't know what Tomlin does, but something always. I know the Falcons did not play that good. Bringing them down to level. They have a lot of talent and they put them down to level. The Broncos not so much, but the defense has done a great job. The offense has done enough. The way they're playing is, Fields could have had another touchdown if Broderick Jones didn't have 3 penalties in a row on that one drive. And Fields is probably the best throw I've seen in a while from any QB to Pickens that got overturned. So yeah, but the first half was good. The second half offense wasn't. They just play more conservative, and that's the way they're gonna play. It's gonna be sloppy football, and I think it's gonna be the same way here. I think the Steelers are gonna win 16-13. They're gonna go 3-0. All right, next we got the Jaguars at the Bills. The Jags. What are you doing? You should have won this game. This game was attainable too. They cannot score in the red zone. Their red zone offense is terrible. And naming it was it Trevor Bankfield? I think why? I think the field name's Ever Bankfield. They make it Trevor Bankfield. Why would you do that? Trevor just doesn't look good. The offense doesn't look good. The defense kept him in the game, but jeez, Cleveland's offense isn't too good. So it's what are they doing? The defense contained the Jags, and it's not good at all. It's unfortunate. An 0-2 start, and the Bills, wow, they are dominating. They're looking like one of the best, probably the second best team this year behind the Saints. Dominating the Dolphins. The defense did well. The offense is moving. It's nothing. Allen didn't even have to go crazy this game. James Cook had a great game. He had 3 touchdowns. Good day for Buffalo. Easy game for them. This should be another win for them. I'm going to give it 27-17. All right, now we're going to go with the AFC versus NFC. All right, next game we got the Packers at the Titans. The Packers, with no Jordan Love, played pretty good. Malik Willis, they just ran the ball, and he was just playing game manager role. He did well. The Packers defense contained Danny Richardson. Turned the ball over a lot. They did had a good game. Very impressive win there. And the Titans, dude, Will Levis 2 weeks in a row. That one pick and then the fumble, I don't know. He has some talent, he's showing it, but he has too many moments like that. You can't keep having moments like that if you want to be a starting QB in this league. He has a talent, so I'm wondering if he's going to turn around, but, the Titans, they were in that game. They blew it. But another game against Packers. It's gonna be a close one here. And honestly, I think the Packers are gonna barely squeak out another win here. I'm gonna give the score 17-16, a 1 point game. Alright, next one we got the Texans at the Vikings. The Texans, a dominating win against the Bears. I mean, the score was a little close, but it did not feel close at all. I mean, Stroud like he looked like he didn't look like his level of boy. Like he still had a good game, but the Bears defense actually did a decent job containing the Texans offense. But the Texans would contain the Bears, and the Bears couldn't move the ball. They could not win the ball at all. The Texans run D just stopped the Bears, and their O line, the Bears are pretty bad too. So, but yeah, the Vikings. I'm impressed. The Vikings D looked really good against the 49ers. They couldn't do nothing. And don't make the excuse no CMC. Like, come on, that's not the reason they. It's like every team has injuries. It's like remember the 2 games they didn't have Trent Williams and they lost both of them in a bad offense. It's like the Vikings, another convincing win. Sam Darnold looks good. The defense looks good. Jefferson gonna be out this week. I mean, other than that, I think it's gonna be. I know I'm picking against them again. The Texans are just so good. If this was any other team, I wouldn't. Vikings. It's gonna be a close one. I'm gonna go 27-24. Next, we got the Bears at the Colts. The Bears. Their defense is really good, but their offense isn't going. I mean, the O-line's crap. They have no running game at all. Yeah, he didn't play too good of a game, but that O-line's not going to help at all. It's not that good. And no running game either. Their defense is still pretty good. I mean, and their defense kept them in it, but other than that. Let's go on to the Colts here. The Colts, dude, you should have won that game. How did you lose? All you got to do is put 20 and you win. Richardson did not look that good. That's what we expected, though. He's going to look like this. He's going to look good and bad. Very inconsistent, a wild card. I mean, last week they literally were in like a shootout with the Texans. This week they could not do anything against the Packers. Like after like they lost Love. So I don't know. It's just interesting. But I think the Bears are going to take home this one here. 18-16. I don't know. There have been some weird scores in the NFL. I can't just keep going like this. But yeah, next we got the Broncos at the Buccaneers. The Broncos played terrible. I mean, no running game. They have no weapons on offense. At least with the Steelers, they have Pickens and stuff. It's like, I don't even know what they're doing. They just look lost. I mean, generally, like, Bo Nix, like, he still has some confidence. He had some, like, runs for first downs. But what is that offense doing? At least with the Steelers, like when I was watching that game, like they're playing conservative. That's the way they play. Very predictable, conservative, and they try to, and their defense does the rest. The Broncos don't even have an identity, even though the identity isn't the best to win with for the Steelers. At least the Steelers have one. The Broncos don't even have one. But you know what Sean Payton's doing? It's like, jeez, they look terrible. I mean, and the Buccaneers. I mean, another solid game. Barely won that one. Away with it. I mean, Baker's looked pretty well. Teams look good. The defense did a pretty good job against the Lions. And yeah, I mean, this is another easy one. The Buccaneers are going to win this one. 24-10. Next, we got the Giants at the Browns. The Giants, all I got to say is if you had a kicker, you might have had a chance to win, which is unfortunate. It really is. Like, the one thing I heard reports is why did not sign another kicker after Graham Gano had a groin issue? Like, what? If he's playing, like, partially injured, why wouldn't you get at least a backup kicker? Like, you're not going to use all your members on the 53-man roster in a game unless a lot of injuries happen. Why not just get another kicker? He probably had a chance to win that, but they blew that. I don't know what. Yeah, the defense was good enough. It was weird. 21-18. The Giants had all touchdowns. The Commanders had all field goals. 7. They're like, they told the Steelers, hold my field goals, and they had 7. Jeez. Like, I don't know how that was possible. 7. I thought 6 was a lot in the game. 7. With no touchdowns is crazy. And the Browns, I mean, this kind of reminded me of just seeing like with the Steelers a little bit. Their offense played pretty well in the first half, but the second half they slowed down. But the defense is really good, so they did enough. The defense did enough to win them the game, and yeah, same way. But you're not, like I said, the Steelers, you're not going to win like that in the NFL anymore. You can't. You got to put up more points on offense. It may work, but like when you're facing the top 5 teams, it's not going to. And I think Cleveland's gonna win this one. Like I said, I'll say 20-13. All right, next we got the Dolphins at the Seahawks. The Dolphins, dude, it's unfortunate, man. Tua, they lost Tua with a concussion, and he's on the IR now, which is good. He shouldn't be playing. Like, honestly, with all the concussions, I feel like he should retire, but, I mean, it's his choice. It's just not going to be in the future and stuff. Like, you got your money. Man, I know, even if you do love this game, sometimes you just got to stop doing stuff because it's going to kill you, man. But other than that, yeah, unfortunate. They were just dominated on both ends. It's just, yeah. Let's move on to Seahawks here, dude. They play this type of football where they give their fan heart attacks and stuff. It's like close games, barely winning. It's like, jeez. In OT, a game-winning field goal. It's like against the Patriots too. It's a close game. I mean, but like I said, you can't keep playing games like this because eventually you're gonna lose. But they're 2-0 right now. They played the Broncos week 1, then they played the Patriots. I mean, this was maybe going to be a little bit of a test, see how they do against the Dolphins, but now it's like Skylar Thompson to be starting for the Dolphins. I think the Seahawks, their defense is pretty good, so they're going to be fine. This one's going to be an easy win. 24-9. All right, next we got the Panthers at the Raiders. The Panthers have finally benched Bryce Young. I mean, he looks lost. Like, just watching him, like, he looks broken. Like, I don't know if you could fix Bryce Young. Like, he is so bad. But it's the Panthers' fault, dude. Like, if Stroud was in the same situation, he would be better, but it's like he still would have the same issues he did, like, Young's having. It's like, it's just not a good organization. It's terrible. I mean, there was, like, he had the worst offense last year. Yeah, they upgraded the offense, but it's like, dude. Now that they finally did, he looks broken from that rookie year. You gave him no O-line last year, like no weapons. His running game was trash. He had no receivers last year except Thielen. Other than him, everyone else was trash. It's like, and now you finally do give him some O-line help, and it's like, it doesn't even matter at this point. Yeah, let's move on to the Raiders here. The Raiders, wow, I'm impressed. They beat the Ravens. I mean, the Ravens collapsed there, but good on the Raiders. They're 1-1 now. I mean, they got blown out by the Chargers week 1, but they bounced back here pretty well. It's going to be an easy win for the Raiders. I know Dalton's starting, but it's an upgrade, but I don't think it's going to be enough. The Raiders will win 17-13. All right, next we got the Ravens at the Cowboys. The Ravens blew a game against the Raiders. I don't know how you do. You're competing with the Chiefs, and then you lose a game, and then you're doing the same thing against the Raiders. Like, what? And then you blow a game against the Raiders. It's like, I don't understand. There's nothing more to say. Like, they just blew that game. And the Cowboys, nothing more to say of you either. You got blew out by the Saints. The Saints' offense was just, like, dominating against the Cowboys. It was just like, dude, they scored, like, on 6 or 7 consecutive drives. It was crazy. Like, Dallas, you have a good defense. How the heck do you let that happen? No, now with Clint Kubiak for the Saints, I mean, I know they're better now, but, jeez, they just got destroyed. I mean, what is your offense supposed to do? I know they didn't do too much, but it doesn't help when they keep scoring. But I think the Ravens are going to bounce back, honestly, in this one. I think it's going to be a close one, 24-21. All right, next game we got is the Chiefs and the Falcons on Sunday Night Football. The Chiefs won another close game against the Bengals here. I mean, they're probably going to be the favorite. They're probably going to go to the Super Bowl again, knowing us, but jeez. Barely squeaking it out, a game winner. I mean, it's crazy. It just feels like we're doing the same thing over and over again. It's like that's why I don't focus on that. It's like, I feel like truly it doesn't matter because, like, in the end, they're at least gonna make the AFC Championship or the Super Bowl again. So it's like the AFC is just kind of sad because, like, it doesn't seem like any other team has a chance. You know what I mean? But now let's move on here. The Falcons, they didn't choke. Dude, the Eagles choke. How do you choke to the Falcons, the ultimate chokers? I don't know how you do that. Oh my gosh, dude. The Eagles, though. We have more to say there whenever we talk about them, but good one on the Falcons. They took this one and they're running with it, laughing. I don't know, but yeah, I mean, but they're not going to have any luck against the Chiefs. The Chiefs will go 3-0. It's going to be 23-17. I think the Falcons have a solid defense too, so they're giving some trouble, but let's continue here. Next game we got is the Commanders at the Bengals. The Commanders won a game kicking all field goals. I mean, that's not sustainable, but a win's a win against a division rival Giants. I feel like those games are always kind of interesting because they're always close. They're versus the Giants, but they got the job done here. But yeah. And next, the Bengals. Dude, they played a good game, just unfortunately they lost. It's a close one. I mean, you played a hard game against the Chiefs, but I mean, maybe next time in the playoffs you could beat them. You never know. They did it once before, so there is some belief that the Bengals could take down the Chiefs. But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna say yeah, this is gonna be an easy game for the Bengals. They're gonna win this. They'll get their first win of the season here. 27-13. It'll be an easy game. All right, next we got the Eagles at the Saints. The Eagles blew that game. Oh my gosh. How the heck do you lose that? They had the game, and then Saquon dropped on third down. And then Nick Sirianni blaming Hurts. It's like, dude, he should be fired. He's not that good of a coach. It's a terrible coach. I guess they did make a Super Bowl, but he's just not too much the guy. He's going to be fired this offseason, is my guess. Or maybe even middle of the season if they continue losing. But next, we got the Saints, the best team in football right now. They are unstoppable. Scoring a bunch. Dude, they just changed the OC to Clint Kubiak, and now they're fine. Pete Carmichael's gone, and now look at their team. Like, what the heck? This is the same exact team, and their offense looks like the greatest show on turf. Like, what the heck happened? Like, It shows you how much a play caller could change a team. And look at the Saints. I don't know. This is obviously not sustainable. But like even at like scoring at half the rate they're doing, they'd still be one of the best offenses in football. They're doing a great job. The one worry is with the Saints and stuff is like how much are they going to keep this up? And especially Derek Carr. He's proven to have stretches like this, and then him just to like falter down and like have terrible like stretches, like 2-3 game stretches, having terrible games. I don't know how long this is going to sustain, but honestly, I'm going to pick the Saints here again. I'm going to pick them 31-21. All right, next one, we got the 49ers at the Rams. The 49ers lost to the Vikings. I mean, their offense had no answers for Brian Flores' defense, just none at all. They couldn't do anything, but I mean, now Debo's going to be out, which isn't good, but dude, you still need to put up points. This is a division rivalry matchup, dude. A lot of injuries on the offensive part, and especially for the Rams, too, having no Nakua and Kupp. I don't know how this game's going to go, but, I mean, they still have a good defense, so I think they'll be fine. But the Rams, like I said, they lost Kupp this week, too. They got blown out by the Cardinals. The Cardinals just played a great game and stuff. It was just unfortunate. Like, they couldn't do anything. The offense didn't do anything. Their offense and defense didn't show up, just domination. But, yeah, I think the 49ers are going to win this 24-17. Especially losing the Nakua and Kupp. They still have some offense. They have Kyren Williams still, but I don't know how that offense is going to work. And last but not least, the Lions at the Cardinals. The Lions, their offense didn't play that good last week. They didn't at all. I mean, their defense kept them in the game, but they just couldn't do it. Aiden Hutchinson had 5 sacks. He had an amazing game because they just blew it. But, yeah, I mean, Lions, you still have more. Just 1 week, you reload. I mean, that was the team you put in the divisional round last year. They got their revenge, and yeah, this week you're looking to win. And the Cardinals, they are better. I knew they were going to be better. Kyler Murray is a good QB, and he's showing it. He had a great game last week. He had a perfect passer rating last week. He did a great job. Yeah, I mean, nothing more to say. The offense is good. The defense shut down the Rams. I mean, good game, domination. Nothing more to say there. Marvin Harrison had like 150 yards in the first half. It was crazy. Maybe even the first quarter and 2 touchdowns. I was like, looking at him like, what the heck? How the heck does he have this? I'm like, geez, he had 2 big touchdowns. It's like, yeah, like 3 or 4 receptions, dude. It's crazy, though. But I think the Lions are going to bounce back here. 24-21. Alright, guys, that's going to be it for the video. That is my NFL Week 3 predictions, guys. And, yeah, till next week, guys. Peace out. Bye.